So what I like most about Diamond C is the growth and opportunity that they give us, because I know if we're willing to invest in the company, they're willing to invest in us.
My name's Luis Benitez, aka Kuko. Everyone knows me as Kuko. And I wasn't born in Mount Pleasant, but I consider myself from here. Been here for about 16 years, so I grew up here. Like any typical high school student. I was here all 4 years. Weren't the best years of my life, but we got through them. High school Kuko, I'm kind of embarrassed to talk about him, but high school Kuko is more of someone that doesn't care type of guy. He went with the flow, but wasn't too smart with his choices. He was smart. He was a smart kid, remembering back, but his choices weren't. I didn't have any plans. My plans were to go to college and party and not really know what's next, I started Diamond C, I think it was January 2016, and I graduated May of 2015. So I was recruited on here by my ex-supervisor, which he still works there, Diego Mata. So he's the one that recruited me in January, and that's where it started. When I first started here, I was a line helper. Those are usually the welder helpers that help the welders. As far as picking up a ramp, bringing their material all the way to sweeping the floors. I was talking about earlier, and my experience there sucked. Honestly, I hated it. No one wants to pick up, after anyone, but I knew I had to start somewhere. It was a job. It was feeding me. It was paying my rent at the time. So I wasn't complaining until I got in a little situation with the welder, and like I said, I hated it. I was gonna quit. It took me. I was probably only here for like 2 months till I decided to walk out. I was walking out. I was about to punch out to leave Diamond C until I saw Mike Crabb walk through the doors, and he took me up to his office and talked to me. It was embarrassing, having to walk up the stairs to the office when everyone was looking at me. And he told me how it was. He told me that I'm not gonna love any of my jobs unless I find something to look forward to. If I'm here paycheck to paycheck, that this isn't the job for me. And he gave me some advice. Think outside the box. How can you make the difference? If you don't like something, how would you change it? And that's pretty much what started it all here, was thinking outside the box. Right after that talk, I went back down those stairs, and that, my perspective completely changed. It was like a whole 180 degrees. I knew I was gonna have, hard times still, but I knew I had to stick through the seasons. It was like any other job. You're here at 6 a.m., you leave at 3 p.m., and you're gonna have challenges. But, it's up to you to be, make the difference. Especially back then, what the culture was, and it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, but culture starts with me, starts with you. If you want to change something about a company, it's always going to start with you. How can you influence the people around you is the biggest, toughest choice, toughest decision that someone has to make. Because, people don't want to stick out of the crowd, but it takes that person to stick out of the crowd to really make that difference. Current role now as one of the operations manager, pretty much oversees the plasma department, press brake department, steel department, and the planning department. What I learned in the past 5 years is that the possibilities are there if you're willing to put the work behind it. The future entails opportunity, not just for me, but for everyone here. Our team members, our customers, our community. plenty of growth here is what I foresee here.
I'm Luis Benitez, and together we are extraordinary.